If music be the food of love, play on! Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odour. Enough, no more. It is not so sweet now as it was before. O Spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Or when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now, what news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted.
You might...
But from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round, with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
O she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her, when liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections, with one self-king? Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich, when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother, and so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you a chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor number savoured with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident imperilled, bind himself, courage and hope, both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Orion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, where to thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love They say she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world, till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behaviour in thee, Captain, and though that nature with a beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as an eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing, and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier a night. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight that you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays in the Val de Gamboys, he speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed all most natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand they are scoundrels and substractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria.
Oh, Toby!
He's a coward and a coistrel, but will not drink to my niece till his brains turn to the toe like a parish top. What, wench? Oh, Castiliano vulgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch, how now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Oh, bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress, Mary, accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew. Would thou mightst never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress. I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery bar. And let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such a fool, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir, I have them at my fingers' ends. Marry, now I let go your hand, I am barren.
Oh, night, thou lackst a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man had. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, said Toby.
Oh, pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing and bear-baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why? Wouldst that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, doesn't it?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff. And I hope to see a hussy take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Oh, faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4-1 she'll none of me. The Count himself, here hard by, woos her.
Oh, she'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her sweat. Oh, tart! There's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer.
Hey!
I am a fellow of the stranger's mind of the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshawses, knight?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be.
What is thy excellence in a galliard?
Oh, faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
And I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Are they like to take dust like Mistress Mole's picture? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a contralto? What dost thou mean? Is this a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg that it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong. And it does indifferent well in a flame-coloured stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and heart.
No, sir, it is legs and thighs. Let me see thee caper. Hiya! Whoa, what excellent! Whoa! Come on, you...
If the Duke continue these favours towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humour or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favours?
No. Believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
We saw Cesario. Oh.
On your attendance, my lord. Here. Oh.
Stand you while aloof. Cesario. Thou knowest no less, but all I have unclasped to thee, the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, If she be so abandoned to her sorrow, as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Oh, be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Well, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblant of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all, if you will. For I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy Lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady, yet a baffle strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world is to fear no colours.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born, of I fear no colours.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars. And that may you be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talent.
Oh, yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute, then?
Oh, not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your Gaskins fall.
Apt, in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you are best.
Wit, and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. But what says Quinapolus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry, and bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the butcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so. If it will not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty is a flower. And the lady bade take away the fool. Therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree, lady. Cucullus non facit monarchum. That's as much to say as I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Oh, dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do until the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make a better fool.
Oh, God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel that your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brains than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at these set kinds of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speak'st well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madmen. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I'm sick or not at home, what you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Well, thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains. For here he comes, it's one of thy kin, as a most weak peer martyr.
By mine honour, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
Oh, 'tis a gentleman here.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Toby.
Right.
No. Help me. Help me.
Plague of these pickle herring. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? Oh, I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
I marry, what is he?
Oh, let him be the devil any will, I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and a third drowns him.
Well, go thou and seek the crowner, and let him sit of my cuz, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink, he's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam? Yonder young fellow at the gate swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What's to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. He says he'll stand at your gate like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
No. What manner of man?
Very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, as a squash is before 'tis a peascod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He's very well favoured. He speaks rather shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman? My lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. Sit there. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy. The honourable lady of the house, which is she? Shh! Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will. Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Great pains to con it.
Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comptable, even to the least sinister usage. Whence came you, sir? I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech. Are you a comedian? No, my profound heart, and yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house? If I do not usurp myself, I am. Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message. Come to what is important in it, I forgive you the praise. Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical. 'Tis the more like to be feigned, I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach, rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me, to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady. Look, tell me your mind, I'm a messenger. Well, sure you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office. It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter. Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you? The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learnt from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation. Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, What is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I've read it. It's heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Well, look you, sir, such a one I was, this present. It's not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
It is in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, 'tis red and white, nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave, and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried in every particle and utensil, labelled to my will, as item 2 lips, indifferent red, item 2 grey eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you, oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air. Cry out, Olivia, oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again. to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. I thank you for your pains. Here, spend this for me.
I am no feed purse, lady. Keep no purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint that you shall love. And let your fervour, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman, I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blaze. Not too fast, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind it. What would I or no? Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way again tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hide
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stand no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. 'Twere a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir, my determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners, the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that, for some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
Oh, if you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. Oh, but come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
Ah. Well, she returned this ring to you, sir.
Huh?
You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you are to put your lord into a desperate assurance she'll none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy as to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see, thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now, alas, the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and deliculo surgere, thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Ah, to scholar, let us therefore eat and drink. Oh, Marianne, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool, i' faith.
How now, my heart? Did you never see the picture of we three?
Hey, welcome us. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had rather than 40 shillings. I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In faith, that was in very gracious fooling last night, when thou spokest of pygrogrometers, of the Vapians passing the equinoctial of Quibus. Very good, in faith. I sent thee 6pence for thy leman, hadst it?
I did, impeticus thy gratility. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock, my lady has a white hand, and the Myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Why, excellent. This is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Come on, there's 6pence for you. Let's have a song.
Yeah, now, here's a kestrel of me, too. Now, if one night
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song? A love song.
Aye. I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journey's end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Oh, excellent, good, effect. Good.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am true knight.
A contagious breath.
Oh, very sweet. And contagious effect.
To hear by the nose it is, dulcet in contagion. Oh, but shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that'll draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
By my troth, let's do it. I am dog at a catch.
Oh, by Our Lady, sir, some dogs that will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
But hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained in't to call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Come, begin, fool. It begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Excellent. Good. If I come, begin.
Hold thy peace, and I pray thee hold thy peace. Thou knave.
And I pray
hold thy peace, thou knave.
Thou knave.
Thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Thou knave.
Thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Thou knave.
Thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave. Thou knave. Thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace,
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward, Malvolio, and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Cateyan. We are politicians. Malvolio's a Pekka Ramsey. And 3 many men, and 3 many men, and 3 many men. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood, O Tilly Valley lady? There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Beshrew me, the knight's in admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
We be soldiers free.
Pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie. Lately come forth of the low country with never a penny of money. We need soldiers free. Pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie. Lately come forth of the low country with never a penny of money.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an ale-house of my lady's house, that you squeak out your cosy as catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches, sneck up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanours, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear, since I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost
Is't even so?
But I will never die.
This is much credit to you.
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, you lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
That is the right. Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favour at anything more than contempt, you would not now give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears. 'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him the field, and then to break promise with him, and so make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us! Possess us! Go tell us something of him.
Oh, marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan, thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
Well, I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly, but a time pleaser. An affectioned ass that cons state without book and utters it by great swathes. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the colour of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent, I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that colour.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
Oh, if I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Oh, send for money, knight. If thou hast a nod at the end, call me cat.
And I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, I'll go burn some sack. Oh, 'tis too late to go to bed now. Come, night. Come, night.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. But that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much. More than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, my lord. A fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Well, seek him out. And play the tune the while. Boy, if ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favour that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little by your favour.
What kind of woman is't?
Of your complexion.
Oh, she is not worth thee then. What years, i'faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. No, let still the woman take an elder than herself. For so wears she to him. So sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Ah, Philip, come. The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones, they used to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love. Like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee sing.
Come away, death. Come away, death. And inside Cyprus, let me be laid. Fire away, breath. Fire away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white struck whole with you. My shroud of white, my shroud of white. Oh, prepare it, my part of death. No one so true, my part of death. No one so true, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet. Not a flower sweet. On my black coffin, let there be strown. Not a friend greet. Not a friend greet. My poor corpse, where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs, 1,000 sighs to save. Lay me, oh, where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there. 1,000 sighs, 1,000 sighs to save. Lay me, oh, where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there.
As for thy pains.
No pains, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure, then.
Truly, sir, pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Well, now the melancholy God protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, their intent everywhere, for that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir...
I cannot be so answered.
But you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye. That's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, bide no denay.
Thy way, Signor Fabian.
Oh, now, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the niggardly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know, he brought me out of favour with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree.
What?
Malvolio's coming down this walk.
Oh.
He has been yonder in the sun practising behaviour to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
Ah, 'tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I've heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think of?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes. Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Oh, rogue!
Pistol him, pistol him.
Peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel. Oh, peace. Now is he deeply in? Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Over a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown. Having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace!
And then to have the humour of state. And after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Peace! No! No!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, perchance wind up my watch, or play with my... some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab! Take patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
Yeah, I knew it was I. For many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace and the spirit of humours intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt of question. Her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases. By your leave, wax, soft. And the impressio, her Lucrece, with which he uses to seal. It is my lady, but to whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know? What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio!
Marry, hang thee, brack!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless strokes my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life? Nay, but first, let me see. Let me see.
What a dish of poison hath she dressed him?
And with what wing does Daniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Well, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. There's no obstruction in this. And the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, why make up that? He's now but a cold scent.
South will cry upon for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Begins my name.
Did not I say you would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
M. But then there's no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
Aye, and O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, O.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels and fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet... To crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember, go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud, I will read politic authors, I will baffle Sir Toby, I will wash off gross acquaintance, I will be point device the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg, being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. No, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank you. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I'll not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid by the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So can I too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor I neither. Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Yeah, or a mine either.
Shall I play my freedom at trade trip and become thy bond slave?
If faith, or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a colour she abhors. And cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me
to the gates of Tartar, the most excellent devil of wheat.
I'll make one too.